So Bone ended up going to California. Lady told me, he said, and Lazy and I, out of the rest of the members, him and I had the most conversations. And he told me that they were, that hey, we're going to California. At the time, they were, Kermit would give them a little money here and there, and they had to take care of their families. I think a few of them had kids. They were trying to eat, and Kermit and them didn't really get along. So the fact that they didn't really get along, and they were kind of always butting heads, when they said, hey, we're going to go to California, it just makes sense to me. Also at the time when I met Kermit, he introduced me to a couple of labels, and I started doing marketing for those labels, like Rap-A-Lot, Relativity at the time. Relativity had like Ruthless, which Ruthless is one of my clients, which is kind of how I knew the eazy-e camp. It was I don't know if it was around that same time, but the A-Ball MJG, the Swab House, like all that stuff. I think it was kind of happening around the same time. And when he told me, they were going out there, I was like, all right, cool. I was like, how y'all getting out there? He's like, the Greyhound. And I was like, all right. And one thing I can say about out of the groups that we had, they had that like commitment and that kind of dedication to take that, to take that risk. So I'm like, well, look, whatever I can do when y'all get out there, just let me know. So they get out there. Lazy called me like, hey, we out here, whatever. And I said, well, look, if I could set you up a meeting with Ruthless in Burbank, if I could set something up, would y'all go out there? And he was like, yeah. So I ended up calling Rufus. I ended up talking to Mika and set up a meeting, and I called Lazy back, and I'm like, hey, I got a meeting set up this day. Can y'all make it? He's like, yep. I was like, well, let me know how it went. Ended up they never made it. So a friend of mine at the time had a club called the Cotton Club, and he wanted to book Eazy for a show. And so I gave him all the contacts, whatever. He ended up booking Eazy. So Eazy's coming out, and I said, well, look, and somehow, Lazy and I got back in contact. And I said, well, look, if y'all can come out, if y'all can make it out here, I can make the introduction to Eazy, and this would kind of be like y'all's second chance to do it. He's like, all right, we'll get out there. So ended up getting them back here. They come into the club. I meet them at the door. I was like, just ask me at the door. I'll take care of everything. So they asked me at the door. I took them downstairs, introduced them to Eazy, and I went back upstairs. They did their thing. Eazy came out and performed. They were on their way out, and I was like, how'd everything go? He's like, everything's good. We about to head back to California. I was like, how y'all getting there? He's like, the Greyhound. I was like, all right. So I think it's that April. I would say that was in maybe February or March was that concert. I want to say April or May. I got a call from Lazy, and he was like, listen to this. And he played For the Love of Money. And I was like, man, that shit sound hot.